be the one at the foot of the cross. We heard today that 3 women stood by Jesus as he died. Standing by the cross of Jesus were his mother and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary of Magdala. We are also told that one male disciple, the beloved disciple, was also present. Jesus chose 12 apostles. 1 betrayed him, 10 abandoned him. Only 1 stood at the foot of the cross. Following Jesus turned out not to be so easy. There were the signs that he worked, curing the man born blind, healing the cripple at the pool of Bethsaida, and of course the raising of Lazarus. These made following Jesus seem very promising. But when the end came, the apostles melted away in fear. Jesus had known that this was going to happen. He prayed for them during the Last Supper. Only the beloved disciple managed to follow Jesus all the way to his death. Throughout the Gospel of John, we are presented scenes where people encounter Jesus. The fundamental effect that Jesus had on people who engaged him was that they ended up having to confront themselves. They were forced to face their own truth. Pilate doesn't seem to be such a bad guy. He believes that Jesus is innocent. He even tries to coach Jesus to say the right thing so that he can be released. But ultimately, Pilate must face the choice. Should he send to death the man whom he believes to be innocent in order to satisfy the crowd and to fill the technicalities of Roman law? Or should he do what is right and release him? Pilate even became afraid of sending Jesus to his death after he hears that Jesus claims to be the Son of God. A small voice inside of Pilate seems to be saying, yes, this man in front of me just may be a son of God. Suddenly, Pilate is the one on trial. The small voice loses, and he condemns Jesus to death. In so doing, did Pilate condemn himself to a spiritual death? In early Christianity, there were stories that Pilate ultimately became a Christian, even a martyr. Did grace bring him through spiritual death to new life? Everyone who encounters Jesus seems to go through something similar. What is the truth of my life? For the 3 women and the beloved disciple, the truth of their life was their love for Jesus and the willingness to witness to that love as they stood at the foot of the cross on which hung the Savior of the world. By telling this story, St. John is inviting us to the foot of the cross. Encountering Christ crucified is an encounter with the truth of our lives and an invitation to self-honesty. On the journey of life, we find ourselves invited to the foot of the cross over and over again. The cross comes in many ways, but most poignantly Each time we stand by a loved one who is suffering or dying. Bearing our own cross is difficult, but even more excruciating is witnessing the suffering and death of one we love. Only great love can hold us at the foot of the cross, where dying and rising are held together. Be the one at the foot of the cross.